red hot from the start of the season.
And seeing where Indiana is, they have performed above and beyond expectations thus far. As good as they've been, is it fair to wonder just how long they can keep this up?
Of course it is. I mean, I'll tell you this, they lose it, but they're not sneaking up on anybody anymore. Teams will be ready for them.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Curtis in at point guard. Mahimi is out there with Scott. Then it's Ellis, and it's George in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Freak. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable. And here comes Walker, leading the fast break. And he gets it to go. Walker's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. To the middle, here's Mahimi. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Mahimi's got his first points of the night.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Now here's Walker, defended by Curtis. Walker's shot is off. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Up off the screen. Rebound, Kemba Walker.
Dunk. But the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
This is to Batum. Rebound by Mahimi.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. There's a screen. Off the pick. And Freak throws it down. And making connections is always good in any business, and the NBA is no different. From what I've heard, Clark, Freak has done a good job of reaching out to his peers all over the NBA.
I think that's an example of Freak just having a good head on his shoulders and knowing that taking the time to get to know others in the business has its benefits.
Now here's Freak. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Freak's got 6 points.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And the rejection by Mahimi. Count that one. And here's Freak. 6 points for him. Off the pick. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Down low, here's Mahimi. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
That one is no good. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Walker. Paul George making his last shot. Walker's shot is off. Freak with it. He's got 8. Feeds it to Mahimi. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's Walker. A 29-point game for him in the win against the Pistons in Detroit.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Now Freak. Nicholas Batum missing from long range. And it's Freak missing.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
Bargnani kicks to Batum. 5 to shoot. 18 feet out. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Curtis. Indiana leading by 7. Off the pick. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Jefferson passing to Walker. It's stolen by Mahinmi. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Bargnani over to help. Now here's Freak. He's got 10. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Ellis. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And also knocking down the mid-range because they're making good decisions with the basketball.
Charlotte making a switch here. Kid Gilchrist has checked in. Now, Freak, after Jeremy Lamb's three-pointer that didn't go. Hill sets the screen for Freak. To the paint. Layup off the pick. Hill's got his first 2 points of the night.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. Number 1, the Pacers.
You know, it's not just the turnovers they're forcing. I mean, they're converting at the other end, and you know what? It puts a lot of pressure on you to play perfect.
Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Charlotte. And he gets it to go. 8 points now in the game for Walker.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Here's Freak. 10 points for him. Inside. And it's Hill. That time the assist by Freak. Freak's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
To the inside, Scott, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better. And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Now, Freak. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They have got to figure it out.
Now here's Freak. He's got 12. Off the pick. And he powers it through.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
Knocks it loose and taken away by Ellis. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Freak with the ball. Goes up off the pick. And a big-time jam right there.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Now it's in it down to Doris Burke, who is able to talk with head coach Steve Clifford.
His biggest concern seemed to be how to contain Monte Ellis on the offensive end. He said, quote, no matter where he is on the floor, he is a threat to score because he can get into the lane whenever he wants. We'll just have to try and get the ball out of his hands on the offensive end. We'll see if they can do just that.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Now here's Freak following the miss by Al Jefferson. Freak dishes to Hill. He used that pick to get in close. Hill's got 6 points.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
And here's Freak. 16 points for him. George sets a screen for Freak. Jefferson with some nice D.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for them, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
And so here's Charlotte following the score by Indiana. Right side, Kid Gilchrist. Can't get it to go. And Indiana will go the other way with it. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
That athletic. And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Here's Curtis, and he comes off the screen.
Down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Jefferson kicks to Kid Gilchrist, and he gets it to go.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
29 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Curtis. Look at that jam. Wow. I mean, just beautiful.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV.
Goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
Outside for George. From deep. Good. The assist goes to Hill. George has got 5.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets dance team.
Hey, talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't. And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove. Almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Jefferson's checked in for Hawes. Bargnani comes in for Nicholas Batum. Roberson, he's checked in for Jeremy Lamb. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Walker. Jeremy Lin is out there with Andre Robertson. Then there's Michael Kidd Gilchrist. Then there's Al Jefferson. And it's Bargnani in at the 4. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. And it's Freak missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And a wide open look for Lin. The offensive rebound goes back up. And the rejection by Mahimi. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Jefferson kicks to Lin. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Freak. Passes it to Hill. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Roberson the pass to Kidd Gilchrist. pick by Bargnani. Kicks it to Lynn. 5 on the clock. Floats one up. And the rejection by Mahimi. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Timeout charge for the Pacers.
Let's take a quick look at the numbers for Hill. He's averaging 10 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
Goes up off the pick. Rejected by Bargnani. Hill has the open look. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Hill's got 4 points in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Curtis. Jefferson with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And stolen by Freak. Takes the 13-footer. Hill kicks to George. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. 7 points here for George.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Second shot opportunity, and it's sent back by George. Freak with it. He's got 24. There's a good screen. Off the screen, and he slams it one-handed.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
Here's Jefferson. Soft touch off the glass.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Here's Curtis. Got a hand on it. Now here's Lynn. He had 15 points last outing. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Pacers shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. 1:44 left in the second quarter. Charlotte has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. It's stolen by Jefferson. Inside, tries from 10. Kid Gilchrist, no luck.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
There's 1:17 left to play in the first half. Freak with it, and it's Lynn picking him up. Here's Freak. He's got 26. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Here's Kid Gilchrist. Tries again, poked away. And here we go, Freak heading to the hoop. down low. Now Kid Gilchrist. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. .24 seconds left in the first half of the game. The feed to Bargnani. Shot clock at 5. Charlotte no good that time either.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they struggled and are in such a hole.
So as we can...
Well, you've been consistently able to find the open man through the first 2 quarters. What have you seen that you've been able to exploit in this defense?
It seems like you're in a bit of a jam. I hope you can unstick yourself.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Freak. 28 points, and all the steals he's collected only add to his impressive stat line.
Pocket or picking off a pass, he has been a disruptive force out on the floor.
On the court for Indiana, Curtis, he's in at point guard. Paul George is out there with Scott. Then there's Ellis, and it's Mahimi in at the 5 spot. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks was just a man on a mission. He finished with 57 points, and he did his thing on the defensive side as well, nabbing more than his share of steals. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Charlotte shooting around 40% from the floor here. And Lamb kicks to Bargnani. Unloads from 13. And the jumper falls for him. Bargnani's got his second bucket.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. And it's Mahimi finishing it off. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
And here's Freak. And he has 28 points for the game. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Nicholas Batum. The Pacers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Free throw good. Freak. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Nicholas Batum. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And it's the Hornets with the ball. And stolen by Freak. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Up off the screen. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And Mahimi with the stuff.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
Shots good by Walker.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling. And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Paul George. putting up about 12 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, he definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
No good from Lamb. The Pacers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Now here's Freak, guarded by Walker. Curtis. No luck. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist. Pushing it up. There's the pass to Jefferson. It's rebounded by Indiana, getting their first look of the season at this Hornets team.
And here we go, the first in what will be a 3-game season series between the two teams.
Yeah, no splits here, partner. One team will have bragging rights, and a win tonight is the first step.
And finished off by Kid Gilchrist.
Is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is an elite company.
You know, he's got that it factor, no doubt about it. He causes excitement just by walking in the building.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
What a nice feed, and that assist gives him a triple-double. That's my kind of player. Versatile as baking soda, multi-uses, multi-dimensional. He can do it all.
They set the pick. Walker dishes to Hawes. There's the bucket. Good.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
The Pacers making a switch here. Miles is checked in. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pacers.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
Curtis. Pause with the block. It's 2-on-1. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Finishes the break with a slam.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Freak with it. 32 points in the game. Pass to Turner. Now the dish to Freak. 6 to shoot. From 18 feet away, and he hits the jumper for 2. Freak's got 34 points.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. And it's Miles with the rebound.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Now here's Freak. He's got 34. Uses both hands to slam it down.
I mean, he's just making the D look foolish. I mean, that was one heck of a move to get himself the space he needed to operate.
And how about the slam to finish it off? Not too shabby either.
Kevin and Greg, I tell you what, safe to say that was a good-looking play from start to finish.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Steve Clifford was just going over the game plan with his team. Walker was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
And thank you for that, Doris. Off the inbound, he lays it in. Walker's got 11 in the second half.
They're shooting it quite well now. Again, function of shot selection, ball movement. Guys are in rhythm, confident, free-flowing, and they're knocking down their shots.
Here's Curtis. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Jefferson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Kid Gilchrist. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Now here's Freak. D right on him. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Tight defense on him. Back to Walker. Screen by Jefferson. 4 on the clock. Here's Hawes. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range. And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
To the wing on the left. Here's Lamb. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Turner with a screen for Freak. Off the pick. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
A chance now to take a look at how the Pacers are doing, Kevin, here early in the season. Tops in scoring, first in steals, and they're also #1 in shooting percentage. This is a team that prides itself on taking high-quality shots.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses. And I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with them.
Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Freak's got 42 in the game. And for the Hornets, they're shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Outside Turner. Here's Freak. And he has 42. Shot clock at 5. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony
Oh,
out of
my
UNLV.
goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation. He climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
Goes up off the pick. And that one is hammered home.
This is a nice third quarter surge here. They've got it going right now.
And a perfect time to get hot, just as we get into the meat of the second half here.
Jefferson drawn the double team. Can't get it to go.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Freak with it, working on Walker, and it's Freak missing. Hornets shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. Pass to Kid Gilchrist. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now here's Freak, guarded by Walker. Now Freak. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight.
Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
And I like the fact that the ref's going to give him a little bit of leeway there and a lot more than they used to. And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
They set the pick. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And you talk about huge single-game scoring performances like we're watching here tonight. Going back Only one player, think of this, only one player in NBA history to go triple digits. And that's the Big Dipper, Wilt Chamberlain, on March 2nd, 1962.
Truly an iconic record. I mean, 100 points. I mean, it's hard to wrap your mind around. But Wilt was a man among boys, a player who changed the way an entire sport was played. Truly a revolutionary.
He feeds it to Mahinmi. Now here's Freak, defended by Lynn. And Jefferson sends it back. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by George. Freak's got 52 points.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Lynn kicks to Roberson. He dishes it to Jefferson. Bargnani sets the screen for Lynn. Back to Jefferson. Uncovered. Again, the miss by Jefferson.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
.27 seconds left to play in the third. They set the pick. Here's Curtis, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
Here's Bargnani, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
First trip. And here's Freak. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. So no problem for Indiana as they...
Well, with a game like tonight, you were all over the place. A triple-double in the box score. Would you consider this one of your better games of the season thus far?
For real, a triple-double? Y'all didn't even know that. I guess I would have to say it was one of the better ones I played in. Really, I'm just happy with how the team competed and that we got the win. Personal stats are secondary today, always.
Congratulations, Kevin. You're going to deliver it.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith with a freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin.
Let's take them back.